Translation is another transformation. In translation, shift each point same distance and direction. For example, it says shift 2 units to the left, so you're going 2 units to the left, not up and down. Also known as slide. Translation is also known as slide, push or pull. Okay. Properties of translation. After you translate pre-image, the image is same size and shape as the pre-image. The shape and size of the image does not change. They map onto each other. So we can say the pre-image and the image are congruent. In this task, we are asked, given square ABCD by plotting points A is 1, 1, B 5, 1, C 5, 5, D 1, 5. So we are going to plot the square ABCD. So coordinates for A is 1, 1. So we plot 1, 1, the one in the red. Coordinate for B is 5, 1. So many students make mistake. They confuse X and Y. The first one is X. The second one is Y. Okay. We go in the order. X comes first, then Y. X is the horizontal axis. Y is the vertical axis. This is our X. This is our Y. The coordinate for C is 5, 5. So go 5 on X, 5 units to the right, and 5 units up on Y. For D, it's 1 and 5. So 1 unit to the right from origin and 5 units up. And we have our square ABCD. So the question is asking us to translate square ABCD 7 units to the left to form square A prime, B prime, C prime. We're going to translate each point of the pre-image 7 units to the left. Remember, the shape and the size of the square will still remain the same. If we move 7 units to the left, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But D prime is right there. D prime, this point right here. Now we move C 7 units to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Our C prime is right here. This dot right here. Now we move A 7 units to the left. So if we move A prime is right there. A prime, this dot right here, A prime. Then we move B 7 units to the left, so B will end up here. That's our B prime. It's dot over there. Okay. So after translating square A, B, C, D 7 units left to form square A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime, you can see this is our pre-image. This is our pre-image. Pre-image. And this is our translated image. So it's image. Instead of saying translating 7 units to the left, sometimes we'll be given this. We'll be given the vector form. It will say -7, that means you are going left in x-axis, and 0 change in y. Or they will give you this too. We'll say x -7 and y. It means translating 7 units to the left. It says record the coordinates on the table given below. So the coordinates for square ABCD is given. Now we need to record the coordinates for A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. So from the translated figure, if you go back to the translated figure, you'll see coordinate for A prime is -6, 1, B prime is -2, 1, C prime is -2, 5, and D prime is -6, 5. How did the coordinates from A to A prime changed? From B to B prime changed, C to C prime changed, and D to D prime changed. So what conclusions can you make after looking at the coordinates of translated figure? If you look at A and A prime, the y coordinates remains the same, only x is changing. So it means translating left, we are changing the x value. By how much? You have 1. In A, the x value is 1, and A prime x value is -6. So we say it's changing by -7. So x -7. So 1 minus 7 gives us -6. Same with B prime here. 5 minus 7 gives us -2. C prime is 5 minus 7 gives us -2. And D again is same as A. 1 minus 7 gives us -6. Y coordinates is same. Only x changed. So rule for translating left or right. Translating left, we have seen in the example, subtract from x coordinate, y coordinate remains the same. So this is the vector form. You say x minus the units shifted left and y is same. And to translate to right, we will add to x coordinate and y coordinate will remain same. So we say x plus units shifted right and y value is same. So now we are going to translate the original square ABCD we created 8 units down to form square A double prime, B double prime, C double prime, and D double prime. So when we translate to point A, 8 units down, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. So the point for A prime is right here, A prime. Now we translate, sorry, it should be A double prime, A double prime. Now we translate P 8 units down. P, when we do 8 units down, should end up here. So it's P double prime. Then we have D 8 units down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So D double prime will be there. And then we have a C double prime, 8 units down, will be here. So after we translate square ABCD 8 units down, we have our image A double prime, B double prime, C double prime, and D double prime. This is our pre-image, the original image. And this is our image, the translated one. So now, if we want to write, we see the x doesn't change, only y values change. So we'll have another way of writing, translating 8 units down is, we're going down, y values are decreasing, so you're subtracting 8 from 1. Or it can be written as 0, negative 8, because there's no change in x, so it's 0. Record the coordinates on the table below. So we know the coordinates of square ABCD. We need to find the coordinates for square A double prime, B double prime, C double prime, and D double prime. So you already know the coordinates for square ABCD. Now the coordinates for square A double prime, B double prime, C double prime, and D double prime. A double prime is 1, negative 7. Negative 7. And B double prime is 5, negative 7. C double prime is 5, negative 3. D double prime is 1, negative 3. How are the coordinates changing? What do you notice? What conclusions can you make after looking at the coordinates of translated square? We can see coordinate A and coordinate A double prime, we see x value didn't change, y value is changing. Same for B and B double prime, C and C double prime, D and D double prime. X value doesn't change, y value is changing. So since we are shifting down, we'll be subtracting 8. If you look at y value of A, it's 1, and y value of A double prime, it's negative 7. So 1 minus 8 is negative 7. And same for B, it's the same. And for C, we see it's 5 and negative 3. So 5 minus 8 gives us negative 3. So when shifting down, only the y coordinate changes, y value changes. Rule for translating up and down. So translating down, x coordinate remains same. We subtract from y coordinate, so y coordinate only changes. The y value is decreasing when we are going down. So the rule is x remains the same and you're taking away from y. Translating up, x coordinate remains same and we add to y coordinate. So x is same, you're adding to y coordinate, means y coordinate the value of y is increasing, the value of y is increasing.